Missouri Athletic Training Center provides youth mentoring activities, where the focus is on life lessons and developing future leaders of the community. This is done through a program called Accelerate, built around fitness and education. Accelerate is a top-notch speed, strength, condition, and nutrition program for students and athletes of all ages and abilities. Shawn Cooper, the driving force behind MATC, explains more.
We're sitting here in Missouri Athletic Training Center. It's a concept that's been developed over the last really 2 years. And what we specifically do here is, we try to educate our kids in several different aspects. We actually go out to the schools, 3 o'clock, pick up kids on a bus. We bring the kids over to the complex of the facility. We work them out and train them for about an hour and a half on our turf. We put them through a weight training program. We talk to them about nutrition, and then we actually put them into our study hall program for about an hour. Parents come in here 5:30, 6 o'clock, pick their kids up, and hopefully at that point we've helped them with, life fitness, health and nutrition, getting their homework done. They're worn out, so their parents don't have to worry about it when they go home. They go eat dinner and go to bed.
But as you can see, MATC is much more than just an after-school sports club.
One of the biggest reasons I actually got involved, with this is some of the deficiencies in our area with sports programs, youth programs. And kids these days, for the most part, you actually see, they don't have places to go. So what we've tried to do is create an environment, an area that we can work on, developing kids, not just athletically. We're working on what I consider to be life lessons, and that's, hard work, determination, dedication, commitment, and start building some of the fundamental values and basis of how we want all kids to start working into their young adulthood or adulthood. And of course, the great thing about it is it's all health and wellness oriented. So working on strength training, core type movements, and of course, a nutrition plan behind it. We bring in specialists, We've got health and wellness nutrition specialists that come in and sit down and talk to kids about, what we're eating, what we're drinking, sugar contents in foods. So we try to keep it simple, but yet fun. It's not just the awareness that we're actually giving them in here. It's the lessons outside of here that we're finding out they're taking in all their daily activities. What I mean is at school, at home, they're talking to other kids, they're talking to teachers, they're talking to their parents about what they're drinking, what they're buying, and what they're eating. So what we're seeing is it's not just what we're teaching in here, educating in here, it's the stuff they're developing in everyday life. Life lessons is one of the biggest things that we're actually trying to work on here.
But don't forget for 1 second that Accelerate is a hardcore athletic training program that gets results in the physical performance of its athletes, as well as the character building that naturally comes with that. So as the kids arrive, they start out on the turf.
We've got about 12,000 square feet that we lay turf down. And what we work on is, we warm up, stretching, some dynamic stretching type activities, and then we work on some speed, strength, and conditioning, out here on the turf prior to going actually into the weights. We've got about 2,000 square foot of athletic equipment. What we've done is we've gone out and purchased this. It's state-of-the-art equipment. It's stuff you're going to see like in major colleges, stuff you're going to see like in, some of the pro teams, Cincinnati Bengals, things like that. The actual equipment is 2 different types of equipment. We've got hammer strength training equipment, and then we've got Rogers athletic training equipment. The equipment itself is all pendulum-based equipment. The great thing about that, obviously for kids, is it's all safety-oriented, which means it's got stopping points and starting points. With the stopping and starting points for kids, one of the things that we actually work on is trying to train, younger athletes. We can start as little as no weight on this equipment, all the way up to 5, 10, 15 pounds on each side to start building some muscular strength, some muscular endurance, and some stability type stuff. So that's the reason that we actually went with the hammer strength equipment. We've got several different stations in here that works from the lower body all the way through the upper body, and then of course into the dumbbells.
But how does all this professional level equipment and training actually help the kids' performance? One parent wrote the following: "I'm writing to thank you for all of your help in making Jacob a better, stronger, and faster athlete. Your training has been invaluable in improving his performance in USTA tournaments and on the school tennis team. Thank you for giving our children the advantages of having access to a big city gym with small town prices. Sincerely, Lisa Hayter. And Jacob can attest to his own success.
I've been working out here for about a year, and I feel that, well, I know I've gotten a lot faster, and I've gained about 15 pounds from it, so I can hit the ball a lot harder than I used to, and I have more energy now, I think, on the court. I was lifting like the bar before, like 45 pounds, and now I'm lifting like a good 110. I've gotten a lot faster, so I wasn't last in sprints, but I was kind of close, and now I'm leading, so that's good. It was important because it's helped so much for tennis. It's going to help me win a lot more tournaments. I got first place in that one, so that was pretty cool. I joined 18s in that one, and so that was pretty cool. That won the 18s tournament. I got first in that one too, so that was cool. And this one's my singles trophy from the very same tournament. Same trophy, but still pretty cool. And I won singles in that one, in boys 16s. This is just the summer. This has been the last 2 months, I think.
Shelley Shrimp, professional dance instructor at Steps Dance Studio, appreciates MATC for the way the program tailors the workout to exactly what the athlete needs to perform better in his or her sport of choice. She writes the following: "This specially designed program for athletes has enhanced my dancers' strength, jumping ability, and cardiovascular stamina in ways that directly coincide with dance and the requirements for a stronger, leaner dancer. I also feel as though this program allows the athlete to focus on strengthening, which in turn will help to prevent injury, making them able to work in class more effectively. I highly recommend MATC and can attest to its benefits."
There's quite a few that I just do for tennis that I feel have helped me. I do sprints here every day, so there's no long distance in tennis. So sprints help me a lot more than like running at the track or something like that. There's the weights in there. Like we do certain ones, like there's one that helped just shoulder muscles right here. So that helps for any kind of stroke in tennis. And I also do wrist exercises, which most other people don't do. It's a good program because you get so much faster and so much stronger from it. And I'd say it's a confidence booster too for anyone's sport. So, because you feel like you're doing so much better. Or at least that's been my experience.
Another parent agrees, writing the following: "Since my son joined MATC, he has gained a new level of self-confidence. He is more driven in all he does in school and at home. MATC has shown him what he is capable of achieving physically, which has also strengthened him mentally. As a parent, what I appreciate the most is the constant encouragement they give my child. I feel this program can also teach our children to make the gym a regular part of their day for the rest of their lives. Thank you. Michelle Harris, Lake Ozark."
We've got kids in here from age 5 all the way up through 18. We've got some of the best athletes in the school, and yet we've also got athletes that are just trying to get into sport-related fields, but really aren't sure, how to get involved or comfortable just going out for the basketball team and trying to compete. So it gets them out of the environment of, working with just certain kids or certain students, and they're working with some of the best athletes in the school, which are actually pushing them and helping them to build some self-esteem. And that's some of the best things that, that's inspiring all of our coaches in the program.
They're really good trainers, and all of them have been in a college sport. They always push me. I come back super tired every day.
So as you might imagine, standards for coaches at MATC are very high.
Some of the primary things that we're looking for in coaches, if you will, played sports in college, coach sports in college, or even up to the pro levels. And everybody that we're actually working with has actually played some form of, NCAA college athletics, whether it was scholarship oriented or not. And then outside of that, athletic type of stuff, we've got health and wellness certifications, we've got sports professional certifications, we have kids training certifications, nutrition certifications. All in all, with our program, there's a little over 11 different types of certification that go into all of our coaches. It's not just about athletic training. It's not just about building life lessons. This is really about, a complete cycle for our kids. And what we've created is a study hall in here. So what we do is we work out on the turf for about an hour and a half. Then we put them in a study hall environment. We put them in here with coaches, teachers, and tutors to get their bookwork done. The biggest things I can tell you about our study halls, we're a little deficient in the space. We started with 8 kids and we're at about 65 kids right now. So, we've outgrown the facility, but it's one of the most important aspects of what we're actually doing is help continue with their education. Now, when we came into the facility, obviously, this is one of the largest areas that we could actually find, something we could actually go in there, work out on, create a weight training area, a turf area, a study hall, a lot of things in this program. But if you notice the building in here, it is a little dated. Insulation, we've got a problem with our insulation, which it's been, the roof's been leaking, the insulation's fallen down, so it's wet. It creates a little bit tougher environment in here. It also hurts because from a standpoint of trying to heat the facility, in the wintertime, we came in here in February, we put some heating units in, and we're losing about 45% of our heat through the roof. One, because of the insulation issues, and two, we've got skylights in here that aren't insulated. Gets us back into another problem. We're standing here today and it's about 95 degrees outside and it's probably 130 in here. What I'm getting is we don't have any air conditioning. It's not a controlled climate type environment. We can heat it, but we can't cool it. So it's creating a problem, on training times and how much times we can actually get into the facility.
So now you can see why Shawn Cooper is so excited to team up with the community and work together for the purpose of providing a bigger, better facility for the growing number of kids in this tremendous program, for the many and varied benefits it offers back to society.
We were sitting there talking, and some friends of mine, came up, and one of their kids is in the program, and his name's Ty, and he's one of those kids that you got to get in here and build some self-esteem and get him working out and just enjoying, being a part of something. Mm-hmm. And he went to church camp this summer, and his mom came up to me and said, "I got to tell you a story, Shawn. Ty went to church camp, and they said, if you were to pick out a leader or a mentor in your community, anybody that you can think of, who would it be?" And I get chills when I think about this, but he'd actually, I feel blessed, but he said, Shawn Cooper is a life mentor to me. Helps me, he's inspiring, he's motivational, he's energetic, and just a great life coach for me. And, right there is the reason I'm doing what I'm doing.
And you too can help. Missouri Athletic Training Center. Accelerate.